Okay, y'all, I got another Crossverses battle for y'all today. And it's Sanji from One Piece, current Sanji, versus the end of Shippuden Rock Lee, right? Rock Lee at the end of Shippuden, we understand, right, that he can only go into the sixth gate. Sanji has his exoskeleton, armament, um, you know, Ifrit Jambe. He has all that, right, going for him in this fight. So we're gonna get into it, right? First scenario is gonna be in One Piece. We'll say they'll fight on Whole Cake Island, all right? It's Rock Lee versus, Sanji. And then in the second scenario, they'll fight in the forest outside of the Hidden Leaf, all right? In the second scenario. So in the first scenario, we have strength, like, physical strength. And this might be a surprise to some people, but Sanji has that shit. Rock Lee has to go into the sixth gate. We already know this, right? And he's strong. But sixth and eighth gate are not the same thing. And they are not the same. Sanji is stronger than that. Even if it's just by a little bit. Which I don't think is by, you know, a little bit, but we can say that. Alright? For you people. Because we also know Sanji doesn't have Conqueror's Haki. But it don't matter. He's still, physically strong. Striking power and lifting power is stronger than Black Lee. Slightly, alright? We're going to say that for this video. Speed, we got Sanji over Rock Lee. Now that he has observation Haki, he'll know where Rock Lee is going to be. He'll be able to dodge his moves and all that shit, right? His observation Haki is pretty damn good, right? Speed, I give it to Sanji. Durability, I also give it to Sanji. Exoskeleton, right? Exoskeleton. This man has that, right? Let's say Rock Lee gets some hits off, which he probably will. I ain't gonna say he ain't. Boom, boom, boom. Sanji's like, oh shit, my face is, I can just fix my face. Let me just fix my face back to the way it was. Let me fix my legs, let me fix my torso, all that shit. Plus he has an armament Haki. Rock Lee has no real defense. He has to be on the offensive and do damage to his opponent, because if he don't, he's the one getting his ass whooped, and he don't have durability like that. Endurance also goes to Sanji. Again, the gates of Rock Lee are gonna be used. He ain't gonna not need his gates. If this boy doesn't go into the sixth gate in this fight, it ain't gonna be a fight at all, right? It won't. He'll be forced to go into the sixth gate, which only lasts so long. Once he's out of the sixth gate, he's gassed. This boy is gassed. Sanji is not gassed at all. He can still fucking, put belt to ass on this guy. Intelligence, I will give it to Rock Lee. He's a ninja. He constantly has to go on missions and, analyze what's going on in his environment. I'm not saying that Sanji's, dumb per se, but I think that Rock Lee slightly has him in that department. Intelligence. Experience, I give it to Sanji. Now, Rock Lee has experience in, taijutsu. He's really good at taijutsu. But that's the only thing he has. Sanji has, kickboxing, right? But he's also a cook, so he uses knives. Now, this won't have to come out during this fight, but he has that if he needs to. Armament Haki. Haki is a big thing in One Piece. If you people who watch Naruto, you gotta know about what Haki is, because that shit fucks ninjas up. And trust me on that. Close skills, I give that shit to Rock Lee. He just knows more taijutsu, because kickboxing for Sanji, right? That's all he does. Now he does have knights if they're available and other things, but he ain't gonna do that. Not in this fight. The environment doesn't have that, and he ain't gonna be searching for knives in the middle of a fight with Rock Lee. He won't do that. Range skills, I give it to Sanji. Sanji can use Skywalk. Boom, 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 boom. He can go up into the sky. He can do shit like that. Um, you know, Rock Lee, he ain't doing anything like that. Recoup, I give it to Sanji. Rock Lee, once he goes out into the sixth gate, his muscles tire out, right? They're more exhausted after he leaves the sixth gate because it's not a constant thing that he can do. He is exhausted, y'all. He ain't recovering that quickly. Hacks go to Sanji. Armament Hockey, Observation Hockey, Ifrit Jambe, Exoskeleton. You know, that's all I needed to hear. You know, he has 6 gates in Taijutsu. That's not enough. Environment goes to Sanji since they're fighting on Whole Cake Island. That's where I decided to have this fight. You know, with all that being said, Sanji wins mid to high diff. I know that's hard for you Naruto fans to hear, but watch both Naruto and One Piece, man, and you'll know I'm right. Second scenario, they're fighting in the Naruto world, and they're fighting outside of the Hidden Leaf Village in the forest, right? Basically where they fought Hidan and Kakuzu, right? Strength goes to Sanji, slightly towards him. Speed goes to Sanji. Durability goes to Sanji. Endurance goes to Sanji. Intelligence, I'll give it to Rock Lee. Experience, Sanji. Close skills, Rock Lee. Range skills, Sanji. Recoup, Sanji. Hacks go to Sanji. And then environment goes to Rock Lee since he's familiar with the Naruto verse, right? Even with all that, man, Sanji wins mid to high difficulty again. And that is what it is. Sanji beats Rock Lee, the current Sanji in One Piece, beats Rock Lee, end of, Naruto, Shippuden, you know, mid to high difficulty. Watch both animes and leave comments and be cool on the corner, y'all.